The trade deadline is fast approaching, and the rumors are heating up. Could the Toronto Maple Leafs be on the verge of acquiring a pivotal player who fits perfectly into our strategy for a playoff push? This player, known for his physical play and two-way skills, might just be the answer to solidifying our lineup. Don't miss out on this exciting development. Stay tuned as we break it all down for you. And remember, if you love the Leafs as much as we do, subscribe and like to keep up with all the latest news. The buzz around the Toronto Maple Leafs is heating up, and it's all about the upcoming trade deadline. Former NHL defenseman and TSN analyst Frankie Cato has put forth an intriguing suggestion. Philadelphia Flyers center Scott Laughton could be the perfect trade target for our beloved Leafs. This isn't just another name being thrown around. Laughton's playing style aligns deeply with what the Leafs are striving for as they aim for a significant playoff run. Cato highlighted how Laughton makes teams harder to play against. And let's be honest, that's been a recurring theme for the Leafs this season. The front office has recognized that to advance in the playoffs, they need to toughen up. Laughton, with his physicality and versatility, fits that bill. He's not just a third-line center. He's the kind of player who can step up and handle bigger roles if injuries arise, which is crucial during the grueling playoff grind. Now, let's break down his stats. 26 points with 11 goals and 15 assists in 54 games this season. While his offensive upside may not be through the roof, it's his two-way game that really stands out. It's refreshing to see a focus on acquiring players who can contribute defensively while still being able to chip in offensively. This is the type of player that can help the Leafs in those tight playoff games where every inch counts. What's particularly interesting is that Laughton has already been linked to the Leafs as they seek to reinforce their third line, a position that GM Brad Treliving has openly stated is a top priority before the trade deadline. With the playoffs looming, it's evident that the Leafs are keen on making the right moves to bolster their chances. But here's the catch. The Flyers are reportedly not going to let Laughton go easily. Kevin Kurz from The Athletic has indicated that Philadelphia's asking price is steep, given Laughton's importance to their lineup. So, what could this mean for the Leafs? If they were to make a bold offer, perhaps including their 2026 first-round pick along with a promising prospect, they might just catch the Flyers' attention. But do I think this is the best move? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Laughton brings a lot to the table and could provide the grit and depth the Leafs desperately need. On the other hand, parting with a first-round pick can be a risky gamble, especially when you consider the talent pool that could be available in the draft. As a passionate fan, I feel the weight of these decisions. Each trade, each acquisition can shape the future of this franchise. It's about balancing the now with the future, and I know many fans share this sentiment. The playoffs are the ultimate goal, and every move should reflect that urgency. But are we willing to sacrifice potential future stars for immediate help? It's a debate that can stir up strong opinions. And you, what do you think? Do you believe Laughton would be a worthwhile addition to our roster, or should the Leafs hold off on making significant sacrifices? I want to hear your opinions down below. The buzz around the Toronto Maple Leafs is electric as we edge closer to the trade deadline, and it seems like the team is gearing up for a blockbuster move. According to NHL journalist Jonas Siegel from The Athletic, Toronto has its eyes on two intriguing names that could significantly impact our playoff run. Ryan O'Reilly from the Nashville Predators and Colton Parayko from the St. Louis Blues. Both players have a history with our head coach, Craig Berube, which could play a pivotal role in their potential fit with the Leafs. Let's dive into Ryan O'Reilly first. This 34-year-old veteran is no stranger to the Leafs, having made a splash during his brief stint with us in 2023. His playoff performance was nothing short of stellar, and now, with 14 goals and 34 points in 51 games this season for Nashville, he's proving that he can still bring the heat. But here's the kicker. O'Reilly is under contract until 2027, earning $4.5 million per year. That means if the Leafs want to snag him, they'll need to put together a trade package that really catches Nashville's attention. The big question is, with Austin Matthews and John Tavares already holding down the center positions, is adding O'Reilly the right move? Are we prioritizing offense when perhaps we should be looking more closely at our defensive needs? Speaking of defense, that's where Parayko comes into play. At 30 years old, this big-bodied defenseman could be the anchor we desperately need on the blue line. His playoff experience and his vital role in the Blues' Stanley Cup victory in 2019 under Berube make him an appealing option. Parayko has been solid this season, recording 12 goals and 17 assists in 55 games, averaging a hefty 24 minutes of ice time per game. But there's a catch. He's signed until 2030 with a cap hit of $6.5 million per season. That would necessitate the Leafs clearing out salary space to accommodate him. Would Toronto be willing to part with key assets for a defenseman of his caliber? This is a gamble that could define our season. As a passionate Leafs fan, I can't help but feel torn about these options. O'Reilly could elevate our offensive game, giving us a more consistent scoring threat in the playoffs. But can we afford to overlook the defensive stability Parayko could bring? It's a classic case of offense versus defense, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The Leafs are in a pivotal moment, where every decision counts, and we can't afford to make the wrong move. What are your thoughts? Do you think O'Reilly is the missing piece to a more dynamic playoff offense? Or would Parayko be the defensive upgrade that could take us to the next level? I genuinely want to hear your opinions down below. This is an exciting, yet nerve-wracking time for us as fans. The potential for a game-changing trade is on the horizon, and it could reshape our hopes for a deep playoff run. Let's engage in this debate together. Drop your expectations and feelings about these potential moves in the comments. I want to hear your insights, your hopes, and even your concerns. And remember, if you enjoy this kind of content and want to stay updated on all the latest NHL trade rumors, make sure to like this video, share it with fellow Leafs fans, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. The next few weeks are shaping up to be full of surprises, and you won't want to miss a moment of it.